Hello, everybody. Sorry I'm late. Let me get everything set up. This bad baby.
Hey, do we still have that holder? Can you give me like something to hold my phone up? Like a book or something? Like a water bottle? Thanks.
Camera.
Okay, everybody should be muted, I think. Just go through and make sure. We are recording. Okay, 8:01, right on time. Thank you guys for hopping on tonight to our Luxe Republic team call. This will be recorded just in case your kid starts pooping on the floor, your dog starts whatever, anything, you guys can hop off and it'll be recorded. I'm gonna pull up my notes. Today I wanna really just kind of dig into inviting. I hosted a call last night with some of my personally sponsored coaches, and one thing that kind of stuck out across the board was the fact that we're all having trouble inviting and talking to people, and it's scary, and you don't know what to say, and there's just all kinds of fears that are associated with inviting. And so I kind of wanted to talk about it today, make it our main focus. I do want it to be, just like all of our other calls, pretty open. If you guys have questions or want to chime in or share advice or anything, just unmute yourself, and I'm happy to answer any questions or talk to you about it. Let me pull up where I can see the chat, actually. Okay. So I've got notes on my phone. First thing I want to do is I want you guys to kind of just stop everything for a second, clear your mind. Danielle's sitting in the room and she put her phone down. Just remove all of the distractions from your head, okay? I want you guys to just stop and think for a second, thus far into the business, thus far into coaching, what Beachbody's done for you, okay? You may not be a millionaire. You may not be like a superstar diamond. It doesn't matter. So far in this business, what's Beachbody done for you? Has it gotten you in better shape? Has it lowered your cholesterol? Has it bought groceries every month? Has it paid for a car payment, maybe your mortgage? Are you just, overall feeling better? Are you making new friends? Like, what about coaching? Aubrey, do you have a question? No, a raised hand. Okay. Sorry, it did the raise hand thing, so I just want to make sure. But what about Beachbody? What has it done for you? Okay, I want you to think about that. As simple, as big, as small as it may be, anything. And I want you to stop and think about, why would you hold that back from sharing it with somebody? Why would you not share what Beachbody has done for you? Why would you not share that you've lost weight, or that you're mentally feeling better, or that you're physically feeling better, or that you're able to help your family financially, or that you're able to buy groceries or buy gymnastics for your children, or that you lowered your cholesterol because of Beachbody, or that you've lost, a significant amount of weight? Why wouldn't you share that good news with people? Okay? So think about that as we go through. What is the worst thing that's going to happen if you share that good news with people? What's the worst thing that'll happen? Nothing. The worst thing that's going to happen is they're going to, ignore you maybe, or not respond to a message, or not, just not say anything. I've never had someone be like, oh my God, stop, you're disgusting, don't message me. Never had anybody do that, okay? So I want you just to, as we go through this call, just kind of think about what Beachbody's done for you, how it's changed your life, and the fact, that hesitation or that fear behind why you're not sharing it, okay? I read the book called 10X Rule. I don't know, you probably see me post about it. I've shared some clips here and there in the Luxe Republic and on my team page and stuff like that. The 10X Rule, it's by Grant Cardone. Don't follow him on Snapchat. He's super weird, but a really good book. On Snapchat, he's like all like, yeah, dog. Like, it's weird. It's really weird. Not that intelligent of a guy, but I guess he wrote a good book. But he said there's 4 things. I think I talked about this on a call, but he said there's 4 things that people do in their business, or when they're going to move forward, or when an opportunity presents itself, okay? First thing they do, I'm gonna mute somebody again, sorry, is they muted themselves. No, sorry, hang on. Okay. Okay, first thing they do is they do nothing. So Beachbody is presented to you and you do nothing with it, right? You may be a discount coach sitting there just doing nothing, maybe just using the workouts. Maybe not, you're probably not even on this call because you're not really interested in what's happening. It's just like, yeah, la-di-da, you know what I mean? You're just doing nothing, right? The second thing people do is they retreat. They see, they're on this call. So some of you on this call are retreating. You hear us talk about Success Club and you pull back. You hear us talk about rank advancement and you pull back. You hear me talking about inviting and you pull back, right? You're retreating. There's some kind of fear, something that's happening to where it's causing you to retreat and causing you to come up with different excuses as to why you're not able to do what we're talking about, okay? How many of you are in retreat mode? I know, you can raise your hand. The third thing people do is they take average action, okay? Those are the people who barely get by with Success Club 5. Those are the people who say Success Club 5 is their minimum goal. They may hit it on the third day of the month, and then they do nothing the rest of the month because they're doing minimum action required, okay? Those are the people who hit Emerald and stay Emerald for a year, 2 years, 3 years. They're doing the minimum action required. They're doing average action. They're being average people, okay? How many of you are average? Yeah, lots of you. It's okay right now. The fourth thing, the last thing people do is they take 10x action. 10x action means they're doing 10 times what average people do, okay? That means when we see the power of threes scripting and I'm saying send 3 invites a day, those average people that taking average action are sending them 3 invites a day. Me or another person taking 10x action are sending 50 invites a day. We're sending 25, 35, 45, 50 invites a day to people. We're doing 10 times more than what's required of us because we know that by putting in that extra little amount of effort, it's going to pay off in the long run. It's going to give us even more results back, okay? Another thing that stuck out in this book, and one thing that I've changed. So as a new coach, I mentioned the opportunity to everybody. I was that salesy person that I've kind of told you guys not to be. And I said, you know, I messaged everyone on my phone. I messaged everyone on Facebook. I sent random messages to people. And I said, hey, I just signed up as a Beachbody coach. We're helping to set people up with nutrition and fitness and things like that to do from their home. You're already into running or paleo or Whole30 or, you know, working out or whatever the case may be. You're already into that. So I think you'd make a great coach and I want to chat with you more about joining my team. I sent that to literally 100 people. I'll repeat that later so you can maybe write it down and take notes. I sent that to everyone I knew. Every single person I knew that had anything to do with health and fitness. I got a lot of good feedback. I have some people that signed up, some didn't, some said not right now, some asked questions, some signed up 3 years later, but I planted seeds, okay? I've gotten in this thing where I'm like, okay, no, that's salesy. Like, Raina, no, don't tell your coaches to do that because that's kind of salesy. But a phrase, one short little sentence he said in this book kind of took that mindset away and said, why aren't we doing that? He said, get in front of everyone every single time. Get in front of everyone every single time. And to me, that meant when I'm accepting those friend requests or, you know, sending a friend request and someone messages me and we're all stuck on what to say to friend requests and new people and we're not really sure how to start a conversation. We form them, sure, but before we leave that message, we go back to saying, hey, just so you know, I do run accountability groups, fitness groups. I run a health and fitness business. If you're ever interested in learning a little bit more about it, I'd love to chat with you. That is what, to me, he said, okay? In my little mind, it's what I soaked in. Get in front of everyone every single time. He said, if you're not taking the opportunity to share what you do in front of every single person, then you're selling yourself short. And you're not growing at the pace you could be growing.
Repeat that again.
Which part?
Just so you know, I have accountability and fitness groups.
Yeah, so saying, I'll add this into the 3 vital, I'll add that in the power of threes, but just saying something like, you know, when you're done forming them, right? And they're like, okay, peace out, bye, or whatever, and say, just so you know, I run accountability groups. Danelle's writing it down. Everybody should be writing it down. I run accountability groups and run a business coaching other people or training other people through online or something like that. Let me know if you ever want to chat more about what I do or something. A lot of times, like when people accept my friend request, or I send a friend request or something like that, and they say how they found me or whatever, I say, okay, well, if you have any questions about anything you see me do or anything I talk about, just let me know. So that's another good thing to end with. But you have to remember now that Facebook is your business, right? This isn't like all fluff and unicorns and things like that. It's like, it's your business now. So yeah, it might sound just a little bit salesy, but you have to remember that this is our bread and butter. This is our everything, right? So this is how we need to lead every single conversation and get in front of every single conversation. And I remember like telling Danelle what I did, and I sent that out, and I remember you saying like, why don't you do that anymore? And I'm like, because it's salesy now. Mm-hmm. But I don't know why. I don't know what got me in that mindset of it being salesy. Yeah, it kind of sounds a little tacky, or maybe is too. Does it sound tacky to you?
No, not at all. It's letting people know.
Yeah. I read that from that book, and I was like, oh my God, I need to be mentioning this to everybody. And I've missed out so many times. So I literally have all my friend requests saved, and I'm getting ready to just message all of them. So I encourage you guys to maybe try that. I'd love feedback on how that works for you personally. I know that some of you may have already done that. Some of you haven't, because I've been like, no, don't do that. But I really, really, really want to try it. I really want to try getting in front of every single person we can. And that's where a lot of times I think the fear comes in, right? Fear is going to be your biggest enemy. Fear is going to cripple you in this. So that's where I want to encourage you guys to just kind of let that go, right? Get that out of your mind right now. The fear of what people are going to think, fear of rejection, fear of people saying no, fear of people saying, don't message me anymore, things like that. That's the worst that's going to happen, is that they just say no. Okay. So I encourage you guys, I'm going to pull up, I'm going to go through again the Power of Threes scripting and things like that, and give you guys kind of a, refresh on how to talk to people and inviting and things like that. But I want you to just have that mindset now of getting in front of everybody, of just putting it out there, because the worst that's going to happen is they're going to say no. But you know what? You're planting that seed, and years down the road or months down the road, when you've been consistent, those seeds that you've planted are going to grow. Okay. They're going to turn into people who are actually truly invested and interested in what you're doing. Okay. So yeah. I shared a little bit about, what I did when I started. I think I'm going to just I have like 7 points. Okay. And I just want to kind of go through them, because I feel like it's super important to know that inviting isn't just like sending out a cold message. Okay. It's not just saying, hey, I run challenge groups. Do you want to join me? Here's my email, yada, yada, yada. That's not what inviting is. Your entire Facebook every single day should be an invitation. Okay. Sharing your journey, focusing on the 3 vital behaviors. That is your main focus. I don't care if you're a baby coach that just joined today, or you're a 3-year-old coach that joined me in the very beginning. Your job is to share your journey. Okay. That's what we do as coaches. And that is how you also invite indirectly. Okay. If you go to my profile and I'm posting about healthy meals, or I'm posting about, drinking Shakeology, even though I'm not saying it, I've got a chocolate shake in my hand, and be like, what's that? You know what I mean? Or posting workout videos, or talking about my family, or about vacations, or about things like that. Those are seeds planted. Those are indirect invites. Those are planting seeds with people, trying to draw attention to what I do, what my life looks like, activities that I have, things like that. So I want you guys to just start being vulnerable. That's the hardest thing, I think, is to open up and actually share your journey. But that is how you're going to get the most traction out of this business, is by doing just that. By opening up. Yeah. And don't be afraid of judgment. Don't be afraid of what people think. Who cares what people think? What's that phrase? I don't pay my bills with the opinions of others, or something like that. So I want you to keep that in your mind. I want you to remember that and think about that, and remember that your profile really does need to look like a reality TV show. I shared in my personally sponsored group this afternoon, like on Time Hop. Time Hop's now showing me, 3 years back when I started coaching. I've been a coach for 2 months, 3 years ago. So I kind of shared some example posts. One was a workout picture. One was a picture of my dinner out with my husband. I had a date night. It was like a chicken burger or something. And then one was just talking about my kids. That's it. Things haven't changed. My posts haven't changed. I might have a different background, but the quality and purpose of my posts haven't changed. Okay. I will also note that I had about 4 likes on each post. Wah, wah. Like, I didn't start out having hundreds of likes and comments and interaction and things like that. 2 months in, I had 4 likes on a workout picture. A lot of you take that personally. A lot of you take that personally. And I want you to know that that is not meant to be a personal jab at you. People are watching. People are soaking it in. They may not be liking, they may not be commenting, but they are watching your every move. And honestly, they're probably watching for you to quit. They're watching for you to fail. They're watching for you to give up. They're watching for you to stop doing those workout pictures, those workout videos. Don't let them win, okay? Another thing, don't word vomit or overthink it. Think in the invite process, it had this little analogy. It said, kiss, don't kill. Keep it simple, stupid, right? Don't keep it long and lengthy was the analogy in it. So kiss, don't kill. Don't feel like in your invites you have to give all the information up front, okay? Be excited, okay, about what you're talking about and have confidence in it. If you don't have confidence yet because you are a newer coach, don't respond, right? They're okay to sit there for a second, message me, message your upline coach, ask for advice on what you should say back, and then respond. You don't have to say, hang on, I got to go ask somebody, or I don't really know, let me go ask somebody. You don't have to say that stuff. I want you to fake that confidence until it becomes second nature, okay? Walk away from the message, ask for help, and then go back and respond to them. But I want you guys to act confident. I want you guys to slow the conversations down. There's so many times when I have people send me, examples of conversations, and it's like that long of a paragraph of just all of our information and the link at the end. Danelle's laughing because she's guilty. She used to do that too. And I'm like, no, you can't send all that information. Not like being face-to-face. You have to keep that person engaged. You have to ask questions and keep them wanting more. Same with your posts. Like, I think it was Angel. I don't even know if she's on here yet, but Angel, like yesterday, was talking about workouts and stuff like that and how she felt like she needed to say that it was with Beachbody. Why not have people guessing? Why not have people, wondering what workout that is or wondering what you're drinking so they have to message you? You know what I mean? Leave them to where they ask questions. Make them ask questions. I just combined a lot of different points in that one thing, but follow up, really, 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 really important aspect of this business after inviting is the follow-up. You should be following up with people within 48 hours of sending an invite, of sending a message, of sending anything. 48 hours needs to be followed up with. You're not going to annoy people. People aren't going to think you're crazy. Okay, you're not going to come off as this crazy salesperson unless you're acting like a crazy salesperson. You simply follow up, okay? Every time I send a link to somebody, I follow up the next day. Whether it was at midnight I send the link, I follow up in the morning. As soon as I send a link, I'm following up with somebody. If I'm sending an invite to a group, I'm following up 2 days later. Hey, did you get my message? Have you seen it? Or have you thought any more about, joining my next challenge group? Let them have the opportunity to respond. If they don't respond, send them another invite a week later. The power of threes is going to give you a really, really, really good guide to follow as far as that goes. And I hope you guys have all seen it, but I have a feeling none of you have, or 4 of you have. So I'm going to share that again. But maintain posture. Don't be desperate. Don't sound desperate. Know that what we offer is quality. Know that what we offer, people really do need. People need accountability. People need help with nutrition. People need workouts, okay? Yeah, they can go to a gym. Yeah, they can eat healthy at home. But you talk to people and I talk to people every single day who know that's not enough, okay? We have the accountability piece, and that's what most people need. So know that what we offer isn't a scam. It's not a get-rich-quick thing. You're not trying to just make a ton of money off this person. You're legitimately having and offering them something that they need. Okay, that they truly need in their life. So have confidence. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, hide it.
Brett brought me a bowl of ice cream. I swear. Okay. Don't look at that.
I'll eat it.
It's a big bowl. It's like 8 scoops. That's not 2 scoops. Okay. So know that. Soak that in. you have something they need, okay? So to summarize that, before we dig into the power of threes, share your journey every single day and make sure you're planting seeds, okay? Make sure you are planting seeds every single day. If you haven't read that book, Jab, 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 Right Hook, that's a really, really, really good book to listen to if you're interested in finding out how to be a little bit better on social media. It teaches you how to plant like jabs to jab, which is like a workout picture or, food or maybe transformation or things like that, just leaving little jabs everywhere. And then you right hook them. And that's the call to action. There's a good point. You all need to make sure you're doing call to action posts. How many of you do call to actions? How many of you don't know what call to actions are?
Do they even know?
Okay. So, I mean, that's good. So call to action post would be a post like, sharing your transformation or sharing a coach's transformation or any kind of picture, anything, and saying, I'm looking for people to join me in this. I have, 5 spots open, drop your email below or comment below if you're interested, like giving them an action. Okay. Giving them something, kind of you saying, hey, I offer this. You know what I mean? Hey, I offer this group. I'm looking for people to join me. Or, hey, I'm running a sneak peek, looking for people to join me in coaching type thing. Just giving them something to invite to, pretty much. That makes sense. But that counts as an invite. So I do encourage you guys to be doing that at least a couple times a week, those kinds of posts. Just a good way. I mean, you can post workout pictures all day. You can post food pictures all day. But if you never post a call to action, how are people going to know what you offer? You know what I mean? They're just going to think you're a crazy woman posting about food and working out all day. Okay. So make sure you plant some seeds and do some call to actions every single week. What are you looking at?
Everything.
Be excited, have confidence, ask questions in your conversation, kiss, don't kill. No more lengthy responses. I know you feel like you guys want to give everything all at once, but the best way to do it is keep it short and simple, okay?
Hey, as soon as they know how to form.
Does anybody know what forming is? Anybody? Raise your hand if you know what forming is. Oh my gosh, you all just scared me for a second. I saw no hands. Okay, next page. Raise your hand if you know what forming is. Raise your hand if you don't know what forming is. What?
Call someone out to stop.
Brett's telling me to call somebody out. I'm not going to be that mean. Okay. Crap. Okay, forming. Forming is basically what you need to do with every single person, right? Whether you have a friend request or you meet somebody new on Facebook or you're trying to like talk to somebody about coaching or about the challenge group or whatever the case may be.
Showing people you care.
Showing people you care. So you don't, technically, it's not the best to be like, hey, out of nowhere, let's just do this together thing, right? So typically the best thing to do, like even with adding new friends, is to start off by forming them. And forming stands for family. So asking about their family. Oh, nice to meet you. Are you married? Or like stalking their profile and say, oh, I see you have 2 kids. I have kids also. Forming. Okay. F, family. Talking about their family in some way. O is occupation. Oh, what do you do for a living? Or, oh, I see you are wearing scrubs. Are you a nurse? Or anything, right? Or are you stay-at-home mom? Whatever. Occupation is O, okay? R is recreation. I tie this a lot of times into working out, okay? So if I talk about their family, talk about their occupation, say something like, oh, you look like you're in pretty good shape. Do you work out? Or, I saw a picture of you, whatever, working out. Or, I'm a health and fitness coach. Are you into health and fitness too? Or something, anything about recreational activities, okay? Now, if they're on their profile and they play soccer or they are a football mom or something like that, that's a great into, okay? Recreation. The M in form is message, and that's just a direct message, okay? Does that make sense?
It's how to get it
Form. How to get to know your person, how to build a little bit of trust with your person, how to really just connect with them on a deeper level than just, hey, I'm a health and fitness coach. Do you want to join my team? Type thing. Okay. Following up. You guys, the sale is in the follow-up. I do not have very many people that sign up the first time that I talk to them. Not at all. Not even, I wish I did, but that's not the case. Most people, 90% of the people I talk to sign up on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 3 years later, follow up. Okay. Now, I'm not just sitting and messaging this person every single month and annoying the crap out of them. I'm inviting them a couple times, taking a couple months off and interacting with them. Invite them again, take a couple months off and interact with them. Invite again, take a couple months off and interact with them. I have people just now joining me that have been following me for 3 years. Sometimes people aren't going to be 100% in straight out of the gate. They probably aren't ever going to be 100% in straight out of the gate. The only person that was my mother-in-law, my husband. So you have to build some trust. You have to make sure you're posting. You have to be planting seeds. You have to be inviting people, and you have to be intentional every single day. Okay. Now, I'm going to open up my little power of threes thing here. Has anybody, raise your hand if you have not seen the power of threes. Next page. Keep it up. Power of threes. Okay. Okay. So in the power of threes, there's a document in the Luxe Republic under the files tab called the power of threes scripting. Okay. This is exactly what I say to every single person I talk to. Exactly what I say, word for word. I literally pull this up even when I'm doing, my follow-ups, and I copy and paste it every single time, okay? So I'm going to kind of read through, and I've done this once, but I want to do it again because people are still struggling with the invite. And I want to have questions. I want to have you guys ask questions and dig a little deeper into what the gap is, what we're missing as far as the actual invite. Now, I don't know if it's just fear. If it is just fear, then hopefully I've already squashed that for you. But if it's not, if it is actual content, then I hope that this helps, because this is all I have. This is all I have as far as it goes to inviting. Just simple what to say, okay? So I want to talk, I know a lot of you don't get at this point a ton of friend requests in. So I'll just touch on how the matter of sending friend requests and things like that. So when you are looking for friends on Facebook, right? So a lot of you already have your warm market, okay? Your warm market already, first thing, I want you to do what I did as a new coach. I want you to go to them. I want you to go to anyone you think would make a good coach, anyone you think would benefit from a challenge group, family member that might benefit from it, friends that might benefit from it, anyone, okay? Anyone you think would benefit from anything you have to offer, right? Anyone that would benefit from how it's changed your life. Remember that in the beginning? The people that have lost weight, the people that would benefit from extra money, the people that would benefit from a mindset change. Those are the people you need to message right now in your warm market, okay? Messaging them something like I did in the beginning, saying, hey, so-and-so, right? I just joined as a Beachbody coach, ... Okay. What am I saying? I just joined as a Beachbody coach. We set people up with workouts and meal plans to do from their home. Okay. I know you're already into XYZ, so I think you would be a perfect fit for my team. I'd love to chat with you more about it if you're interested. Send that to everyone. Every single person in your warm market, okay? Don't be scared. Because just imagine right now that you're typing that out to somebody and you send it. Like, literally, and feel free to unmute. Like, what is the worst thing that you think will happen? I'm really, truly curious, because I know that fear, like, holds a lot of people back. So I would love to hear from some of you, like, what you're afraid of if you send that message. Truly.
Don't bug me anymore.
Go ahead.
I'm afraid that they will, like, unfriend me.
Who is this?
Miranda.
Okay, so
I'm really, really new.
Okay. I'm trying to find you so I can see your face as I talk to you, and I can't find you. Okay, so Miranda, so what happens if they unfriend you?
I don't know. I don't want anybody to unfriend me.
But, okay, so even if it's your best friend and they unfriend you, chick, what's your problem? Why'd you unfriend me? Okay. That's an easy fix. The other person that might unfriend you would maybe be an acquaintance from high school. Who cares?
Okay.
You know what I mean? So why, not just directing this at you, because I know that's probably what everyone wanted to say, but nobody had the balls to actually say it. So I appreciate you for that. But why would you let one person unfriending you stop you from building this business or from building whatever your why is? Whatever
It's
your
just,
goals are?
it's not just one person. I'm afraid of like, what if like 50 people unfriend me? It's like, hello.
They won't.
I don't know.
They will not.
Okay.
I promise you that will not happen. And when they
I just don't want a domino effect.
no, when they do, if they do, you can message me and be like, Raina, 50 people legit unfriended me. And I'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that happened. I promise. That
Okay.
hasn't happened to me yet, and it's not going to happen to you. Okay?
Okay.
The people that are going to unfriend you are, one, the people who don't want to see you succeed. Why would you want them in your life anyway? You know what I mean?
Yep.
The other people are going to be people who maybe legit don't have an interest in it and aren't even on Facebook very much and don't want to see that when they log in. Okay, bye. You know what I mean? And that's really it. That's it.
Don't matter.
Yeah, and those people are not the people who are going to support you. They're not the people who are going to move your business forward. They're not the people that are going to support you whatsoever. So why does it matter? Okay. I know you're still
True.
confused, but
No, I get it. I just need to get past that part and just do it.
I know. And that's the biggest thing. I think that as a newer coach, even as an old coach, there's so many people that struggle with that. They're afraid of what people are going to think. They don't want to have people unfriend them on Facebook. You know, they don't want to have people talk bad about them. That's not going to happen. That stuff doesn't happen. And when it does, it's people that don't matter in your life anyway. It's people that are irrelevant. Okay? So know that.
Or they might scroll.
Got it.
Yeah. Or yeah, and yeah, a lot of them don't even interact. They just keep scrolling. You know what I mean? They don't have to look at it.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else have any fear as far as that goes, or any other, like, feel like you're gonna fall over and die if somebody?
If they say, don't send me this anymore, it bugs me.
I've had like 2 people say, don't send me this anymore, or don't, in 3 years, mind you, say, don't like message me anymore. Okay, bye.
Wait, it's the fear of somebody being mean. I hate people that are going to be mean.
Who
It's
is
the
it?
fear of being mean. Tammy.
Okay. I can't find you. I'm just trying to look at you.
It's okay. I'm the old blonde one. So, but it's the fear of somebody coming back and saying something so incredibly mean that, because I'm kind of soft-hearted. So,
Yeah. You know what? I mean, I've had some mean people, but those are, again, the people that aren't really relevant in my life at all. You know what I mean? So to delete and block them is like, oh, you know what I mean? There's always going to be people who want to bring you down, who aren't going to be happy for your success, who aren't going to follow your journey. But what do they don't belong in your life anyway. You know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah. I know it's hard. Danelle just said to give them directions on how to block you.
Nice.
I know this is like a huge fear that people struggle with, but I want you guys to see the bigger picture. I want you guys to realize the potential in this business, not just income wise, but how it can physically and mentally change you as a person. And I hate to see fear and thought of rejection and thought of what other people are going to think hold you back from that. There's so much internal and external growth that can happen with this business, and friendships to be made and things like that. And so when people sign up and maybe, you know, have somebody object or not believe in what they're doing, and then that person quits, that's so hard to see. We get cancellations coming in all day, every day from people just stopping. You know what I mean? And I guarantee 9 out of 10 times it's because they're afraid of it. And that's what's sad. So I want you guys to squash that. Kamisa, is it Kamisa?
Yeah. I would say that what I encounter the most is, Beachbody is a network marketing scheme. Have you ever heard of Amway? My cousin's friend's dog, did Amway and went flat broke from it, and da-da-da-da-da. And that's what I tend to get, and I don't really know how to respond to that.
I can even post them if you wanted me to. Every time I get that, I have little graphics that I send people. first of all, pyramid schemes are illegal. Like, we wouldn't be $1 billion company if we were a pyramid scheme, okay? So I say that first and foremost, okay? LOL. I understand why you think that, but Beachbody's not a pyramid scheme, okay?
Okay.
So I have 2 graphics that I actually send people, and both kind of explain what pyramid schemes are and what network marketing is, and just break it down. And so I'll share those in the actual event. I'm gonna write it down. Event, and I'll send that to them, and I'll let them see it, and I'll let them read it and soak it all in. But that's just them. People don't know what they don't know. Okay, and that's just them not being knowledge in what we do. Yeah. It's like Mary Kay, Avon. There are a ton of successful network marketing companies. Doesn't mean they're MLM and everybody's going to go flat broke and they're all out to, lose money and things like that.
Will you post somewhere what you post to other people so I can read it,
I will.
please?
I'll post the script and the images for you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I get that a lot too, but I'm always like, LOL, nope, you're wrong. Yep, they just don't know. That's all it is. Okay. Anybody else? Any fears as far as like reaching out to new people or adding friends? Okay, so if you do, just unmute yourself. But so again, a lot of this may be repeat, but I feel like I have a lot of newer people on here, and I want to just kind of cover some new things and maybe repeat some things and hopefully give you guys maybe the oldies a little bit of refresh. But I am a big fan of focusing on my cold market straight out of the gate. Okay, you focus on your warm market and you send those invites, and that's great, and those are seeds planted. But straight out of the gate, you guys need to be adding people to your network. First of all, I understand if you're like in the military or whatever and you can't have your profile public. I get that. But I know the majority of you are not in that situation. So I encourage you to open your profile to public, okay? I've not had anyone like try to kidnap me or hunt me down or anything like that. So you're fine. If you do get weirdos, there's a block button that's super easy to have access to. You just block, okay? But making your profile public is going to allow you to reach a lot more people. And that's what this business is about, is reaching as many people as possible. So once you are a coach and you're digging into your warm market, you need to start adding to your cold market. The best way I've found to do that is to write down 5 things about you, okay? Write down 5 characteristics of you. So mine, I even have them posted on my Instagram because it's just easier to have it all there. And I can, like when I post to Instagram, I'm like, okay, is this, falling along the lines of my 5 different points or not? And so my 5 are stay-at-home mom turned CEO. So entrepreneur, stay-at-home mom, work your own business, like things like that. Fitness lover, foodie, graphic t-shirt hoarder, and San Diego. Okay. So the majority of my posts and the majority of the people that I talk to fall in that demographic. They're into health and fitness. They are, they're talking, or they enjoy the food pictures and need that kind of help and things like that. They love my t-shirts. They love the, summer pictures, the beach pictures, things like that. And then I throw in mom things and I throw in entrepreneur things. So write down like 5 things that are you. Maybe it's like my multi-poo puppies, or maybe it's tattoos, or stay-at-home mom, or you knit, or you're what are you, like a empty nester, or, anything. What are 5 things that you are, like, that describe you, characteristics? And that's who your target audience is, okay? So from there, you're going to Facebook and you're going to look for groups for multi-poo puppies, groups for empty nesters, groups for knitting, groups for everything. There are a ton of different groups on Facebook. And by going to those groups and adding yourself to some of those groups, that's a big audience of people who automatically have a common interest, okay? Common interest in knitting or in eating a certain way or whatever the case may be, okay? And so I go to those groups and I add people from there every single day. Every single day, go to those groups and I just add people. I don't necessarily start a conversation with them first. I don't interact in the group a lot unless I feel, led to. But I'm always adding people because there's that instant instant thing we have to relate to each other. Does that make sense? Yeah. And so from those people, that's going to slowly start building your cold market. And I suggest, what do we recommend now? Like 3 people a day or something like that? 10x it, right? Go until you get a warning from Facebook saying slow down. Go the next day till you get a warning from Facebook saying slow down. Okay. Continue to add people to your warm market or to your cold market. And then as people are adding you as a friend or accepting your friend request, I always throw out, and it's on the power of 3s, I throw out the, hey, thanks for accepting my friend request. Facebook suggested I add you, and I'm always looking for more friends on here. Little white lie, right? Facebook has like the suggested friends. They don't know any different, right? Or you can tweak it if you feel bad about saying that. Just saying, yeah. Just starting the conversation. Just saying, hey, thanks for the ad. Always looking for more friends, smiley face. Okay. If they don't respond to me, I put them in my contact list of new friends. And that new friends list are people that I go to every single week, and I just interact with them on their profile. I'm commenting on pictures. I'm liking pictures. I'm complimenting them. I'm trying to form them through their posts. Okay. If you do get a response, I chit chat. Okay. If they say, I love meeting new people too, thanks for the ad. And I go, no problem. Where are you from? Or I see you're in this state. I have family in this state. You just start forming, right? From there. At the end of that conversation, if nothing comes from it, that is where I want you guys to start adding. By the way, I am a health and fitness coach. I run accountability groups for people if you're ever interested in learning more about what I do. Done. Okay? Plant the seed, on to the next. Does that make sense? How many of you are terrified by the action of everything I just said? Raise your hand. Nobody's terrified? One person.
It's actually fun.
It is. It's like an addicting business. The more, I was kind of nervous to talk to a bunch of people at first too, but the more you do it and the more people that start to respond and you're like, oh my gosh, they're actually interested, or people that, you didn't think would respond but did, or people that you didn't think would be interested that are. It's such a fun, it's like a game. It really is.
It's fun to get to know people.
It really is. Now, I know that that's probably where most people struggle. I'll talk about invites. I want you guys to go through this document just in general though. But so saying, I'm going to go through some other invites that I send out every once in a while, like random people in your newsfeed. Great thing to do is just kind of stalk your newsfeed, right? As you're adding all these people, just kind of scroll through. I've become a good scroller on Facebook. Charlie, did you just take a picture without my knowledge? You can turn it off. It looks better off. Looks better like with the natural light.
Can you go back over and say how you added people to the cold market again? Can you back up a little bit on that part?
Yeah. So just through groups. Is that what you were talking about? You want me to say everything again? Who is it?
No, not everything. Just the part where you were like, okay, after you make your profile public and you start reaching out to people, how do you start like adding people like
through groups? So
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. So I'll go to what are your hobbies, Miranda? What are your hobbies right now? Or what describes you?
I like food.
There you go.
Food, travel.
Okay. So those are groups that I would search. I would search for like your favorite vacation destinations. I would look up groups regarding that.
Okay.
I would look up groups regarding, whatever food you're interested in, or maybe recipe pages or things like that. You know what I mean? And just start adding people in those groups.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And once they accept, then you just start the conversation and it's all goes from there.
Okay. I got the rest. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I think groups now are probably the most effective way to find new friends. There's a lot of times, you can go to like people you may know and friends of friends, but then you get in trouble like getting away from people who are already friends with coaches and things like that. So I don't know. I always just say to search for groups that just describe you and that you can relate to. You know what I mean? I don't know what I was doing before that. Okay, so random people in your news feed. So, how often do you see people who are like, unhappy about their weight or griping about, anything, or bored with the current workout, or, tired of being overweight, out of shape, all that kind of stuff. We see it quite a bit. And so first thing I do when I see that is I message people, because we have the answer to that, right? So I say, hey, yo, so-and-so, I saw your post about, wanting to lose weight, whatever their case may be, or whatever their post is about. And I just had to say that I think you'd really benefit from one of my accountability groups. We lay everything out for you, and they're so fun. Let me know if you want to chat more. Seed planted, message sent, invite sent, all in one. Okay? There's nothing wrong with sending that out. People aren't going to say, oh my gosh, you think I'm fat? You think I need to join an accountability group? Because they already put it out there, right? They already put it out there that they're unhappy and that they want help, and you have the answer. Okay? Now I do the same thing when it comes to coaches or potential coaches. They say that they hate this is more common than anything, is that they hate their job. They want to be at home with their kids. They're griping about having to wake up early to go to work. We see that every single day. Okay? So saying the same kind of thing. Hey, so-and-so, I saw your post about, yada, yada, yada. And I just had to say that I'd love to get you plugged into a mentorship with me as a coach. Or saying, I'd love to plug you into a sneak peek that's starting, yada, yada, yada. We lay everything out for you, and it's so fun helping people work towards their goals. Let me know if you want to chat more. Same thing. Seed planted, invite done. Easy. Now, if I told you, any person, to reach out to somebody and invite them as a coach, is that what your invite would have looked like? Naturally? Maybe. Some of you. Most of you not. Most of you would have had a paragraph or two to send to somebody with an explanation of what coaches did, what it meant, a link to check out challenge pack options, all that stuff, right? Because I've seen it. So I want you guys to just soak in this power of threes and really, really, really just look at how simple it is, okay? It's super basic and super simple. I put a lot of time into that that invite, that power of threes we did, but I'm like, it was 2 sentences. It was nothing, because that's really what I say to people. So I'm going to read through some of the chat, because I don't want to go through the whole power of threes. I'd love for you guys to just take some time and get familiar with it on your own. Yeah. Okay, so I want to hear from people that are commenting, okay? Because I want to kind of expand on what some of these common issues are, because I know that if one person is struggling, someone else is going to be struggling with the same thing, okay? So Treasure saying, I definitely get overwhelmed, so much stuff and info, I love all the info, but I need to refocus, or I need to focus, okay? So how many of you follow a schedule right now with your Beachbody business? Raise your hand. So okay, keep raising your hand. None of you. So literally 5 out of 67. Okay. So that's where it needs to start. There's a reason why people are overwhelmed. There's a reason why people think that there's too much going on and they don't have enough time to work this business. It's because this business isn't a priority at the time, or it's because you're trying to do too many things at once when you need to have a more set and schedule. I got distracted by the chat. More set and scheduled plan, okay? So, and it's not going to be the same as mine. My schedule isn't the same as Danelle's. Danelle's isn't the same as mine. Mine isn't going to be the same as Charlie's. Not going to be the same as Kim's. Nobody's going to be the same, right? It just depends on you and your business and your life and your kids or your spouse or your job. But you have to set time for it. Now, in the beginning as a coach, I was all over the place. I was on my phone all the time. I didn't think I could let messages sit in my inbox or they were going to burn up and disappear. I felt like that. I felt like I couldn't let people sit, okay? But you can, and you have to for your own sanity. You have to set time to do your training, even if it's 30 minutes a day. Then you have to set time to put in action what you learned in the training. Then you have to set aside time for your power hour. So let's be realistic. As a coach wanting to work this business, you're probably not going to work 30 minutes a day. You're probably going to work an hour or 2 a day. You have to make sure you have time for that and make sure you set time for that. Whether it's, during nap time or when the kids wake up or before the kids wake up or when the kids go to bed and you're on the couch with your husband. I cannot tell you how many hours I worked next to my husband with my laptop while he watched TV. because it was like me being present, but I also got to work my business. Okay. So I really, really, really encourage you guys to just set a schedule for yourself. It's hard, I know, and I'm happy to help. If you have, Gina, dang it, people snapping pictures, and I'm like, that. I can see you guys. You have to let me post first. Oh, I'm dying. But yeah, you got to fit it in. You guys have to fit it in and make it a priority. And if you, like I was going to say, if you have trouble making a schedule, message me. Tell me what you have on your plate, and I'd be happy to help you fit it in your business or to fit it in your life. Okay. Yeah. The buckets training. Thank you, Jill. YouTube. On YouTube, we have our little buckets training. It's where you can organize your family time, your personal time, your Beachbody business time, like all that. It's a really, really good video that we did on our call that we did on it. And the video is on YouTube on our page, on our Luxe Republic team or YouTube page. Jessica said I got banned from a group that I was super active in and getting lots of friends from because one person said I was spamming them. That's why I don't interact in the group. There's going to be a lot of groups on Facebook that don't want people in there selling crap. It works, unique, all that stuff. They go into groups and they just spam the crap out of people. And that's not what I want you to do. I want you to add people as friends. That's it.
Right.
You don't have to interact. Go ahead.
Okay, so I wasn't like spamming in the group or anything like that. Like I would message that person to try to build a relationship. And I think I said the exact, I'm a health and fitness coach, blah, 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 like that whole spiel. Never heard anything back. And then I was banned from the group. And I was like, what the heck? I just was like putting myself out there to her. And
you might have had to do more forming. And you maybe did that to too many people at once.
Okay.
I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It does get kind of hard, especially if you're, talking to that many people and maybe they're all friends and they're all like, who's this chick?
Yeah, that could do.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So spread it out a little bit.
Okay.
But, and that's, I don't know. I think that's an importance of why forming is so important, to talk with them and see what they're interested in and things like that. What kind of group was it?
It was a C-section mom group.
Okay. Yeah.
They're really picky about, oh my gosh, like
Moms,
you can say hi, tomorrow is Saturday, and they would like kick you out. It's stupid.
Yeah. I'm a mom, but moms are weird and they don't like.
Yeah, some are.
I usually stay away from a lot of mom groups and specific like knitting or, things like the hobby type things. You know what I mean? But yeah, just keep playing with it. One group down. Now your goal is to get blocked from the rest.
Right.
That means you're adding people.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So Heather, what do you get overwhelmed with most? And what's so hard to keep up with? I'm curious to hear that. If she's even still on here.
I'm here.
Okay.
Kind of low. I'm in the kids' room. I'm like talking on here. Okay. So just the adding friends and then responding to those messages. Thanks for the ad, blah, 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 blah. Keeping up with the messages you get from the follow-ups, following up, adding people, getting your new coaches lined up so they know what the heck they're doing. And then being true to the people that really signed up, like in helping them with their goals, not just leaving them hanging because they purchased this thing. I don't want to be somebody that's like, okay, great, you bought this now and you leave you hanging, So all of those things, in trying to keep my coaches active, 3 people now away with active statuses to be diamond. I just feel like I take 500 steps forward and then
It's hard. It is a balancing act. I'm not going to lie to anybody about this business being easy because it's not an easy business. It takes work, it takes organization, it takes time management. My advice would be, did you watch that buckets training that we did?
I missed that one.
Watch that buckets training because it really, really, really will help. It just kind of breaks down where you need to spend your time. So Beachbody, your business gets an hour here and an hour there, and your family gets this time, and your challengers get this time, and your coaches get this time, and your follow-ups get this time. And if you don't get all your follow-ups done, moves to the next day. You know what I mean? So you're not killing yourself every single day, but you're still getting what needs to be done. You know what I mean? And setting priorities. But this business is amazing and fun, but there can be, if you're really doing and 10xing it, there's so much going on at once. There really is. And you will drown if you're not organized. You really will. And I think that's where a lot of diamonds fall off. I have a lot of diamonds that quit once they get to diamond because there's too much going on. They can't keep up. Their family's suffering. They're not organized, and it's not working. You know what I mean? So get organized now, before diamond, before emerald, before anything. Get organized and set that time for your business, because if you don't, you're just going to have a hard time with it, I think. So
Okay.
I want you to watch that buckets video. I do. I think it's like really long, but use it as your personal development and just.
Yeah, and fitting that in. Yeah.
You're doing great, girl. It just takes time, and it just takes, I mean, honestly, just some organization, I think.
Okay. All right.
What do you use for tracking? What do you track people with?
I just keep everything on, my messages on Facebook. I've attempted to look at the Asana thing.
Yeah.
Again, just so, between, I work full time as well. And I know that so many people do. So I'm not even going to go through the excuses. We all have them. So just, I think of all the things I have to do, and I shoot different things out. But yeah, it's not a set time that I do it. It's just as I go. So it's hard to, remember all of those things. So yeah, I'm sure organization is probably a little bit of the issue there.
Even if you don't have time to dig into Asana, I recommend just digging into like a daily planner or a daily calendar and just writing down names. Because when I solely depended on, you can turn the light on now. I'm getting dark now. When I solely depended on my messenger, which I did for probably the first 2 years of my business, I was just like focusing on my messenger. I didn't take notes of people. I didn't track people. I didn't do any of that. But my assistant now is going through the very, very, very bottom of my messages, and I have people from 2014 that I haven't followed up with. That's how behind you'll start to get if you're not staying on top of the names and the follow-ups and things like that. So that's why it's so important, I think, to get organized now while it's still somewhat small.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because the bigger you get, the more names you're going to have and the more lost you're going to get.
So you follow the people all the way back to then?
I am now.
Okay.
Yeah, I am.
Right.
Yeah. So
okay.
Yes. I'm not going to act like it's not, but it's not.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. And that video is on our YouTube.
Yeah, I remember seeing it. Yeah.
Good. Message is coming through. Let me look. Getting overwhelmed. Stop it. You're all overwhelmed. Anybody else? Did that with Heather help anyone else? Or is there other people who are still like, I can't do this? Is it ever too late to say thanks for the ad? I've done it about a weekend. She said it's been about a week and I maybe feel like I'm expired now from that open door. No, I've done it about a weekend. I think I've said something like, I think I had it in my notes somewhere, but like, hey, sorry, I meant to send this earlier, but life got in the way. Thanks for the ad. Always looking for new friends on here type thing. Just kind of giving myself an excuse in a way. Best tip for getting organized and staying organized? Honestly, Asana. I know you guys look at it and you're probably like don't want to go and do all that and look through all that, but it's seriously amazing. And just to have it all in one spot. Like I said, I used my Facebook Messenger for the longest time. Like I'd go to the bottom of my messages and just start following up from there. But at a certain point, it gets to, if you're doing your job and talking to enough people, it gets to the point where it's too much to keep up with. And you're doing all you can to get through your new messages and your old messages are falling behind. And it just gets to be messy. And so I love how in Asana you can put in someone and say, you talk to them today, and then set a date for follow-up. So I can talk to Joe Smith, today and set a follow-up for 3 days. And then it's going to alert me in 3 days that I need to follow up with Joe Smith. And then I can do that and then move it for another week. And then it'll alert me in a week. I love that. Before it was like, if I remember, I'll follow up with them. And that's not a good way to run the business. And I lost a lot of people from that, I'm sure.
So is that an app, the Asana?
Asana is a website and an app. So
Okay.
So I learned it and set it up on my computer and then downloaded the app and logged in. And so everything's just like transferred from one thing to the other. Yeah. ASANA is how it is. And I'll also screenshot what mine looks like. I've done it before, but I know, like I said, a lot of you are new to it. I'll screenshot because you can put like little tasks on the side, like new coaches, discount coaches, new coach follow-ups, customer follow-ups, things like that. I'll screenshot and show you what I track. So you can kind of get an idea. And I'll also attach the video that kind of explains how to work it, because it's a really good video. And that's what I use. And I just watch the video and then I pause it and then go to my Asana and implement what she's saying, and then watch some more and then pause it and then go to Asana and implement what she's saying. And I just kind of updated mine and changed mine as I watched her video about it. Okay. Yeah, Asana for tracking. When you follow up with those people from a long time ago, do you form with them? Depends. So my people from 2014, it kind of depends on where I left off. I'll go to their page and I'll see what they've been up to, if it's the same kind of thing, or if maybe a lot of them, unfortunately, I like sent a link and then never followed up. So I would say something like, hey, it's been so long since we chatted. Last time we chatted, you were looking to, lose 20 pounds or lose this amount of weight, or interested in coaching, or is that still the case? Are you still interested in coaching, or do you still want to talk more about it, or something like that? I usually just kind of pick up where I left off. Yeah, I will make an Asana tutorial. I feel like that one is super good though. Have you watched it? Yeah, maybe I just need to make my own. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know if I want to reinvent the wheel if it's me. Like, is it bad? Maybe I will one day. I know it's still like on a Post-it on my computer at home. Bad. I have a lot of to-dos. So yeah, so I'll attach the one that I think it's Anna Gray made. But maybe eventually I'll do my own. But again, like I went through it and if you just watch it, you're kind of like, oh, that's confusing and I don't know what to do now. But I watched it, paused it. And then I did whatever she said. I'd watch it, pause it, make the list of projects, watch it, pause it, and kind of just do it as she walked through it, and it was a lot easier. How do you organize your time around a non-supportive husband when it comes to your business? Good question. That is a tough question. So some of you know this, some of you don't, but Brett wasn't very supportive in the beginning. He didn't believe in Beachbody. He didn't believe in the workouts. He didn't believe in coaching. It didn't take long for him to believe in it because I proved him wrong. So my biggest advice to someone that has a non-supportive husband is do it when they're not home and invest all your time when they aren't home and prove them wrong. When you start making $100, $200, $300 a week in this business that he's not very supportive of, I guarantee you he's going to be a little bit more supportive. Okay. But there are too many people that join in, spend the money to buy a challenge pack, make excuses as to why they can't work the business. Their husband sees that. That's inconsistency. That's not showing your husband or, that you can do this. It's showing them the opposite. And so of course they're going to lose trust in that person or lose faith, I guess, in that person building this business. So that's my biggest thing, I think, would be to just prove them wrong and do it when he's not home. Because I know a lot of you are stay-at-home moms or wake up before he gets up, even if that's 4:00 in the morning. If you want this bad enough and your why is big enough, you'll get up an hour early. You'll stay up an hour late. Sometimes those sacrifices have to be made when people aren't 100% on board. Do you private message to coach your challengers or just coach them via groups? I do both. I work a lot with my challengers, more so one-on-one, and then they're in the group with kind of everybody for that accountability piece. But I'm checking in with them a few times a week usually, just to kind of see how they're doing and ask questions. Anna Gray, ANNAGRAY or EY, I don't know. And her video, I'll attach it, but it's called How to Use Asana for My Beachbody Business is what it's called. Okay. Oh, ANA, not ANNA. So, good question, Heather. So she said, when I post, I hear you say, be intentional. Can you touch on this more? I feel like I post just to post sometimes, and that's exactly it. You just answered your question. Being unintentional is posting just to post. On Jab, 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 Right Hook, he said, why would you post something just to post? Why not be intentional with every single post, meaning leaving a jab with every single post, meaning, like I shared, I have on Instagram those 5 things. So I have to be intentional. So stay-at-home mom, fitness lover, foodie, graphic t-shirt, San Diego. Those are my 5 things. Now, before I post, I look at it and I say, does my post have anything to do with those 5 things? If not, then I don't post it. If it does, then I post it. That's what being intentional is about. It's about being intentional to give your following value and quality and what they want. Okay, but posting just to post is like wasting your time. Okay, you don't have anything to post, go to Pinterest and search for something that has something to do with fitness or has something to do with food. Be intentional. Okay, don't just let it all hang out there in a way. Does that make sense? Nope. Okay. Yeah, it's adding.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
You're fine. I couldn't. It's just adding value. It's being intentional about adding value to your everyday posts. Now, that doesn't mean you can't take a selfie with your kids and add it. That's you being a mom. You know what I mean? And that's intentional. That's you being a mom and sharing about that aspect of your life. But, you know, things that don't benefit your business or move your business forward or draw attention or add value or make people ask questions or make people engage, that's just posting to post.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you do to motivate a quiet challenge group? I run team-wide challenge groups to prevent quiet. If you've noticed these last couple months, we've done those team-wide challenge groups. Hopefully you've had people in them because you've sold challenge packs. But if you haven't, sell a challenge pack and your people will get in those team-wide challenge groups and they're fun. I think they're more exciting, more engaging. I think people, just the excitement of like ding, 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 like posting food pictures all day and workout pictures all day. That's what I do and what I think has worked as far as motivating a quiet challenge group. Now there's going to be those people that, you know, just don't interact and don't post and are very introvert and don't want to put themselves out there, and that's fine. And that's why I also check in one-on-one because, you know, some people aren't wired for a challenge group. Yeah, and we are doing, Kari talked about the challenge tracker app. So for the month of June, our challenge group that starts on June 20th, I have a form in the Luxe Republic that says our June 20th challenge group, something, something for your email, for your customers' emails. So our team-wide challenge group, we're going to do through the challenge tracker app. My assistant's going to put in all the emails. So everyone that's in that challenge group is going to have access on the app. But I need emails. So if you sell a challenge pack, go into their order, copy paste their email in there, and then we'll get them added in for the June 20th group. Does that help? We got way off of inviting, but it's cool. I kind of like this whole Q&A thing every time.
The Q&A helped me because I haven't really had a chance to, I don't know, ask these questions. So it's nice to talk to somebody that's very successful and kind of get your input on it.
Oh, good. Who's this?
Jessica.
Okay. It's like, hey,
Sorry.
pages of people here today. I love it. No, I think, I mean, I have to agree. I like, sometimes I'm like, you know, you would think that I would have like this big, like, like production like planned out, but I don't 90% of the time. So these like this Q&A vibe, I like a lot more. I like just answering questions and finding out what people actually need to know. You know what I mean? Versus just preaching all the time.
I think that's kind of why we all relate to you so well, because you are kind of like, I mean, obviously you're a normal person, but you're not like super structured and
Thanks.
you are like, you know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I get what you mean. Yeah. I get
Like
it.
you're a mom and like you get it. Like there's an organization, but yet there's still things that are organized, and
Yeah.
you still make things happen.
Well, good. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're like, you're really a hot mess, but it's cool.
No, but like I mean, I know
No, it's funny.
no.
Okay, everybody stop. Gina needs to take a picture. Get your pretty faces on. No, your real pretty faces. I'm just kidding. Did you do it? Half the time after we get off these calls, I always like go through my news feed and there's like, oh, super inspiring team call by Raina. And I'm like, oh my gosh, give me a warning. Never fails. Never fails. Anybody else have any questions or anything that you want to talk about? You need me to, did the inviting side of things help anything, or did it just kind of?
It helped. I have a question. It's totally off the topic. But
Okay.
when are the Shakeology shaker cups going to be restocked? I've been trying to get those for the longest time, just so I can, like carry it around to the gym when I go to like a Zoom class and advertise.
I didn't know they were sold out. So
Yeah, it's been like that since the end of May.
Oh, wow. I do not know.
Okay.
I mean, I would just say to keep checking.
Okay.
I don't know. I probably bought them all. Our pantry is like ridiculously full of shaker cups, but yeah, I mean, are you looking at the individual ones or the 6-pack?
The 6-pack.
Okay. Yeah. I would just keep checking. I mean, it's a ridiculously good price for 6 shakers.
I know. I broke down and just bought the expensive one
Yeah.
just because I liked it anyways, but I kind of wanted the 6-pack also
Yeah.
because you can never have enough.
Exactly. Yeah, just keep checking back. I don't know. Bummer. Who's going to Summit? Yay. Yay. We're going to have a good group at Summit. I think we have like, I want to say like 60 some people, I think, going to be at Summit this year. It's going to be fun. So all of you who aren't going, just watch us in sadness and make it a goal to be there next year. Okay. Such a fun event. Such a fun event. I'm excited too. No questions? Everybody just done? No questions about inviting? Does anybody feel like a little bit more confident maybe to go out and just message some people and not really care? I just want you guys to take all your caring away. Just like stop. Stop the worrying, stop the caring. Good. Thumbs up. Okay. Well, I'm around going through my messages tonight. If you guys have questions about anything, or need help with anything, or, advice on inviting or anything like that. So just shoot me a message. Make sure if you haven't, go to YouTube and watch our buckets training. I'll actually just post the link so you guys don't have to search for it. I'll post our buckets training. If you're struggling with organization or feeling overwhelmed or anything like that, which I know a lot of you are. So yeah, I'll get all that posted and share it in the actual event page. Okay. All right, everybody have a good night and I'll see you later. Bye.